Well, I've done it. I've taken the drastic. Ooh, there's a bee over there on my squash plant. I've chopped the living bejesus out of everything that was a tomato. If they can't ripen now, then I may as well just look up chutney recipes for green tomatoes. They're naked as a jaybird, no leaves as far as I can chop. Although I did miss a couple over there, but that's okay. We'll move on from that. So that's that. August the 12th, and I don't have any, is it discernible? Is that the word? Discernible tomato harvests, other than the honeycomb, which I've got 4 more honeycombs right here, but one of them split and went squishy, but that's okay. I'll use it to save seed from. The other ones are just an excuse me moment. That one split, but I don't care. Excuse me. It's 7:30 in the morning. It's the only time it's cool back here. It's first thing in the morning, and then after the sun goes behind those trees over there on Rick's farm. So I thought I better get out here and get this done. And I'm probably gonna, I know, sacrilege yet again, Allison does the bad thing, might take down my sunflowers because they're attracting the squirrels. Oh, my poor huge one over up there somewhere, Manda I, is starting to flower. That's the big tall one I showed you. Not this one here, that one back there. That one there is getting its flower head on it, which will attract the squirrels because at this time of year they're looking for nuts and things to store for the winter. And sunflower seeds have got huge amounts of store all in one place. It's like one-stop shop. So anyway, come and see the damage I've made. These sunflowers are, these sunflowers are huge. These must be, they're not the teddy bears, they're the other ones after the teddy bears that I bought. Took forever to flower. They've got 1 million flower heads on them. That one's got about 15 flower heads on it. And they're just opening now. But that's okay. A bit of color in August isn't a bad thing. The beans down here, those are the red swan. They're getting those pink flowers. Those are the red swan bush beans. I got a water inside the polytunnel. Got some strawberry babies on the make. They didn't get any strawberries this year. They're brand new. And there is another mound of tomato. Like I said, I butchered the living crap out of them. Some of them had like 1 frickin' tomato on them. So that 1 tomato, it will have to suffice for seed for next year. I mean, the purple heart one. It's a mega mental bloom. But it'll have seeds, hopefully, so yeah, that's just bizarre. But if I play with it too much, I'll knock it off. The Mongolian, which started out really slow, the Mongolian dwarf, and Gerald stole my tomato, the 1 ripe tomato I was on the windowsill I was saving seeds for. It is the only one that's got like a couple of tomatoes on it. So I've got one in the house that I've told him if he touches on pain of death to save seed from. It's the only dwarf one that had a really, really good, and if you say 5 is really good, it had a really good yield. The Great Scott had 1, 2, it's got 3 tomatoes on it, and I wouldn't even call them tomatoes. It's got, can you see that one there? That one there, that one there, and then a dinky one there. I don't know if you can see, yeah you can, there you go, little dinky one there. So it's not doing great. These are the Uluru okra that are supposed to be a big plant and a huge tomato. That's them. Finger for comparison. Yeah. So I don't know. Not a tomato year, obviously. You know, we can't win them all. Can't have everything. Anyway, I'll let you go. Bye. Good morning. It is August the 14th, and it is gray. Woohoo! Most people don't get excited about that, but when you've had no rain, and no rain, and no rain again, then it's a nice thing. So today we're out here really early. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I want to get down the sunflowers because, as you can see, or probably not, but I'll show you later, the squirrels have been decimating my sunflowers because they're getting ready for their winter stores. So definitely will be thinking of a different place to put my sunflowers next year, because I just don't want the squirrels in my yard wrecking things. And I'm gonna top the lilies that have gone over. So that's what we're doing today, and I'll get that done real quick because it is supposed to absolutely freaking pour. And it couldn't be better welcome. Have a good day. Bye. You can see, this is what they do. They get up on them. That poor one still had. They get up on the stems and then they knock them down and then they chew on everything. So we're just gonna have to take them all down. Come on, I'll show you. Do you see that one right across? Right across. And that one was gorgeous. Look at the color. Spider, 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 spider. Oh, there's one. Spider. Go over there. Go, go. Look at the color on this one. Poor thing. And they've got loads of heads on them. Right? Look at that. That's absolutely fabulous. Buggers. Knock down those two over there. So I got to take them down before they damage anything else. And I've got a few clips to put on my tomatoes because the rains could knock those down. And we want to get some harvests off them because it should, now that it's cooling down. See, look, this is what my tomatoes are doing. And this is, again, due to heat. They're just falling off. All falling off. I'm going to have 1 million volunteer tomatoes next year. More tomatoes down there. I just throw them out there so the rabbits can eat them. I don't know if they do or not, but anyway, get to work before the rain comes. Okay, so that is mainly lily tops, because I top the lilies at a certain point, and sunflowers. And unfortunately, the sunflowers took out a couple of really nice marigold plants, but trust me, I've got loads. And I've just been securing the tomatoes a bit more because they're all out here, making sure they're clipped and tied to everything, just in case we get any wind with the rains. This is my dahlia that's not opened. I don't know what the hell it's doing. But anyway, that's going to go in the ground in this bed next year, and I'm just going to leave them in the ground. This one over here, which I neglected to show you, is doing well. It's not dead, and not dead is good. It was from seed. It can also get moved over here, hopefully. Other than that, not a lot going on. Like I said, it's supposed to bucket it down. So hopefully it will, or else. Oh my God, is that a tomato? Is that a trip, Allison? Trip yourself and kill yourself? Oh look, Diggy, we got a tomato. That's a British breakfast, apparently. That's the one that got moused. I think that's a British breakfast. Yeah, it's attached to that plant. Yep, it's attached to that plant, so we better clip you in. There, you're the only one I got, so that's the one that got rabbited, not moused, rabbited when the rabbit got in here early on. But this one is the spare I had, and it's getting flowers, so maybe it'll get a tomato this year. I don't know, but as long as I get one, right? As long as you get one tomato, you can make more next year. Anyway, I'm gonna go in the house because that's, like I said, it's gonna pour. And thoughts and prayers for those people back east on in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. They've got some huge fires there and evacuation orders. So stay safe, all my peeps out in Eastern Canada. Bye. Can you hear that? It's raining. So I'm not gonna have you out in the rain too much, so I just wanted to show you. But everything looks okay. I staked the tomatoes that I left outside to within an inch of their little lives because I didn't want them. I had this horrible vision of coming outside and finding everything keeled over. But so far everything's doing okay. The ones over there seem to be doing okay. So like I said, I'm gonna do inventory on the tomatoes and see what does and doesn't need replenishing. And yeah, so just chucking it down, which is good. I'm glad I pruned everything yesterday. I'm gonna look up that tetra squash that's way over there. Because I'm not sure what does it change color or does it not change color? Is it a really big squash? Well, it needs support, yada, yada, blah, blah. So I have to do some checking on that one. That one's from row 7. We don't do a lot of winter squash because I don't eat a lot of winter squash, so I don't know why I bother. I've got to thin out my seedlings over here. Looks like something's dripping in the greenhouse, which is fine. That's the reason we have cement floors, but I'm not sure what's dripping, so I'll have to get Gerald to have a look. It looks like it's running through one of the poke holes, and I've got a split there that I need to tape up. Yeah, but everything other than that, everything looks okay. I just thought I'd come outside and quickly take a look and see what was going on. So my onions are coming up. These are my red beard onions, so they look good. This looks really dry, so I'll have to sort that. And these things need sorting in the seed cabinet and get them into something different. Oh, my onions have all come up. And get them into something different. Wow, those came up. I was out here the other day and there was nothing there. Now all of a sudden they got loads. This is on the floor. Hopefully that wasn't something in here. I'll check the cameras for critters. But they shouldn't be able to get in here, but shouldn't and don't are two totally different concepts. I think I've got, I do. I've got a white one, snowy white eggplant coming up there. I poked myself on one of the on the thorns. Oh my God, that flippin' hurt. So I've got one there, and I think there might be one coming out of this one, but that's the one I poked myself with, so I'm not looking. I have to harvest the fingerling ones because I'm thinking that they're about ready to be but I don't know what's going on with those ones over there. So, and my peppers are green. They're not look like they've got any color on them whatsoever, so I don't know what's going on with those. I mean, I know most green peppers will change color. I just don't know what they'll change color to. So yeah, so I was almost going to bring all the tomatoes back inside yesterday, but I had my winter coat on. Got a winter coat and my shoes, winter coat. It's pouring. I almost brought all of those back inside because I was worried they'd get too wet, but I took the shade cloth off the other veggie pod that's out there because I didn't want there to have too much thickness that wouldn't allow water through. But anyway, thank goodness for rain, and it's supposed to be here all today, Friday, and all tomorrow, Saturday, and it might let up by Sunday. So yeah, so I'm hiding in the greenhouse. Have a fabulous evening. Happy weekend. Bye. So it's Friday the 15th, and I don't know if you can hear that or see that, but it's pouring rain out. Sadly, it knocked over one of my gladiola. I'm not quite sure why, and I'm terrified to go out and look at what it's done to my tomato plants that are outside. But speaking of tomatoes, it seems that I cannot get outside in the pouring rain because I am a fair weather gardener. What we thought we'd do, me and my dog companion here, there we go, my dog companion, we're watching murder shows and sitting here listening to the rain. What we're going to do today is inventory. So this is you've seen my tomato list before a million times, I'm sure. So this is my tomato list. No, I do not grow them all at once, but seeds last for a long time, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, what we're going to do today is we're going to do inventory. So these are all my seed packets. Yes, I know. I'll go to the meeting later. So some of them have like 3 or 4 seeds in them. Some of them have 3 seeds in them. I'm trying to find you one that is prompting this job that I need to get done today. Let's see. And then some of them have no seeds in them. So what we're going to do is we're going to do inventory, because that way I will know when and if I need to make sure that I've got seeds from tomatoes that are outside, if any of them ever ripen. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm hoping the cooler weather will help with some ripening situations. So that's what we're doing today, staying inside with the window open and listening to the rain and doing inventory on my spreadsheet. Have a great day. Hopefully the people on Vancouver Island are getting some soaking wet water on those horrible fires that are there. And it is my understanding that there is some rain coming to the Maritimes, so hopefully that will help with some of the fires there. Stay safe out there, everybody. Have a great day. Bye. Well, this is Gerald playing with trees. Look at the size of that bloody thing. It was coming down from that thing there. That ginormous tree. I hate those trees. Then again, I don't like pine trees at all, period, no matter what kind they are. Yeah, well, I shouldn't say cold. It's not cold. Don't say cold, Allison, because it's not cold. It's cool out. I don't know what the temperatures are. I'll have a look later, but it's stopped raining finally for a bit. So this is all Manda's fault, Manda Moo. She said, why don't you put this one, something's eating a seed of some sort. She said, oh crap, sorry, spider in my face. She said, why don't you put this one with the wheels inside? Awesome idea. Because then, she says, if you put it here in the center and you need to get to anything, you can just wheel it out of the way. Perfect. I love that idea. The only problem is I've got to take all the freaking dirt out of that. I need Gerald to lower the legs. He's going to lower them by 5 inches for me, because I don't want that to be in here and be like up here, which is where it would be. Because I have to have things aesthetically pleasing. A bit of an oxymoron for a gardener, but that's me. So Gerald said, well, he can easily take them off with his bandsaw and then fix the legs, yada, yada, blah, blah, and it can go in here, and then it will be at the same height as the rest of them. That's my aesthetically pleasing. But having said all of that, I need to put one out here, because I want one out here. Because remember I said I was going to move one, I was going to move one of the big ones over there. Well, because it's a long bed, it doesn't have centers like this, right? So I know I'm insane, aren't I? So what that means is I've got to take the centers out of this one, which means moving all the dirt out of the way, and then getting the center of that one, which is not a big deal because that one's not got much in it anyway. I harvest most of the kale, as you saw, and I'll put pictures of all the kale I harvested. So that's not a big deal. That's not an issue. It's getting the dirt gently out of the way from each side here so that I can put this one together as one big bed, and then separate the one that's out there that's one big bed, and yeah, do that. It would be much easier if I could just buy corners and side rails, but you can't. I looked already, and Veggiepod doesn't do that. So it's not a big deal. It's just going to be a lot of work. So it's going to be a slow progress. So watch this space, as they say. My peppers aren't turning any colors. And they don't seem to be growing much bigger. So whether they're green peppers or not, I don't know. They should be King of the North, I believe. My snowy, see if I can turn the pot around just a tiny bit. My snowy, where is it? My snowy one's coming. These are the regular size, the big ones. The purple one's got nothing on it, although it's, been pollinated and whatevered. I took the small ones to my daughter. Those ones over there have got nothing on them. So I don't know what I did wrong here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go look. Sorry. This is why I don't rip things out right away. I know that's unusual for me, isn't it? Usually it's like once I get a brilliant idea in my head, I rip everything out. Oh, look, there we go. Can you see them? Little teeny tiny. So next year I might just start them a bit earlier. If you know, you know, right? That's the only one I can see. These things have got spikes on them like you wouldn't believe. They're freaking brutal, man. Anyway. Okay, so that's them done. That is my garlic flower head that I'm hoping to save seed from. They're an F1, I believe, but hey, you can try, right? What have I got to lose? I get something that doesn't taste like a garlic, but looks like a leek. So that's all that done. Carrots are still doing good. As soon as it, ow, that hurt. As soon as it becomes space available, I'm going to put them in the carrot house, what's now called the carrot house, not the brassica house. Yeah, so this is work in progress kind of day. It will be a lot of work in progress. Those are bulbs that I dug out of another bed that have got to go in. I'm so happy it rained. So happy. And at the end of the video, I'll show you what has been terrorizing my sunflowers, little buggers. Yeah. No, still no tomatoes that are ripe. Oh, wait a minute, I lied. Come on, let's go over here. I lied. Let's kind of get in there. Got flip-flops on. I garden in flip-flops. I know I'm an idiot, right? Oh, yuck, it's wet. I hate being out in the wet because it gets all wet. I've got shorts on, so I'm getting wet all over my legs. But there is my first large ripe tomato. And if I'm not wrong, those are Jimmy from Plot 41Bs. That's your cocktail crush, she says, hopefully. So I might go in and get that. See if I can get in there and without getting soaking wet. Absolutely not, Allison. What were you thinking? Oh, spider. Can you see him? He is right here at the end of my finger. So I don't know how I'm going to get him out of the way. Because I don't like to hurt them. They're not doing anything. They live here because they need to. So we just usually wrap them in. There we go. Wrap them in something and then put them back on the ground. Okay. Oh, look. And the, I'm not growing these again next year. They're cute, but they're a pain in the ass. Let's see if we can get this off and ripen it in the house. There we go. One perfect cocktail crush. Thank you, Jimmy. Perfect. I think those are Alice's dream or something. Look, more spiders. I have a million spiders out here. I don't mind spiders as long as they don't bite me. Yeah, I don't know what that one is, but it's starting to color. Right there at the end of my finger, starting to color up. So yeah, I'm not growing these. What are they called? Accordion cherries again. They're a pain in the ass, Rick. There's just too many of them. It's like, from what I understand, the taste is blah. Oh, look, a bumblebee. Very similar, I would think. Not in taste, because I don't really look at all the tomatoes on the ground. That's because of the temperature fluctuations and the heat. From what I understand, their taste is very similar, or they are very similar to the ones I grew last year, which were, oh crap, I can't remember now. The Roisinette, the traveling tomato, they call them, because they're those ones that are all bunched up. They tasted like crap. They were gross. And because they were bunched up, I'll try and put a picture, because they're bunched up tomatoes, they ripen at a million different rates. So it's useless to grow them. Now, I know Robin at Robin Gardens roasted hers. Sorry, I'm wafting for spiders. She roasted hers and they came out pretty good, but I don't want to be roasting a million tomatoes just to make some flavor. They should taste good anyway, right? So a couple of honeycombs. A couple of honeycombs and a cocktail crush. More tomatoes on the ground. Yeah, I don't know. I give up. Give up complaining. No, I don't. I give up worrying about it. No, I don't. Nothing I can do about it. Anyway, there we go. Oops, sorry, stepped on a slug. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. I have to go wipe my feet now. Got slug juice on the bottom of my feet. Oh, look, there's another giant fire. Where is he? There he is, right there, right across the path. They're always across my path, right? So every time I walk by, they get slug-faced. It poured, and when I say it poured, it's knocked down my mallow. Where's my mallow? Sorry, I'm trying to do all this, carry tomatoes and carry my camera at the same time. It knocked my mallow over. Poor thing, which means I'll probably have self-seeded mallow in there. Those marigolds are beautiful. They're more like a dahlia than a marigold. I got a safe seed from that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll finish the video for this week because there's not really, like I said, there's not really a lot going on. I've been in the house for 2 days in the rain. Anyway, have a great day. Happy Sunday. Step 1, take out loads of dirt from both sides. This one's gonna get emptied anyway, anyway, I'll show you later. And then take out the center section that keeps them together. Ow, I just bashed my finger. That really, really, really freaking hurt. There's the centerpieces. They will go inside, and the corners inside will come out here and go in this one. That one. Yeah, we having fun yet? You betcha. Okay, phase 1. 2 small beds made into one. I gotta put my stuff back in again now. Anyway, there you go. Okay, done. Yeah, done. Oh, all planted back up again. All the pak choys are back in, cabbages are back in. It needs a good water. And I've brushed all the spiders off the back of my shirt from being underneath tightening screws. Anyway, happy. Bye. Aren't those a gorgeous color? They've like got a, if you look at them from an angle, they got like a red tinge to them. See? Girl distraction. Anyway, come on in. And I'll show you what I did all day yesterday. Ready? Ta-da! Oh, Manda, next time you get an idea in your head, keep it there. Actually, no, I'm thrilled you said so, because although it was loads of work, it is awesome. Ignore the mess. That's all got to get, ignore the mess. That's all got to get cleaned and moved out. But this is in here now, and I can move it wherever I want it because it's on wheels. That's another good thing about having a cement floor in your greenhouse. Anyway, did I show you my white one? Oh, there it is. I think I did. Anyway, so that's what I did. I put the kale seedlings in here. Because it poured rain, this soil was absolutely drenched. So it was a real pain in the butt shoveling it. But it's all good. So that's one big long bed, one short bed on wheels. This one's on legs. This is all, I did this all in one day. An idiot, right? Oh, man. Like I say, I am my own worst enemy. My back says so. My back tells me it is. And then that one's now a short bed, but we're gonna move it so it's level with that one there, and then closer to it so I can hook the water up to both of them at the same time. Yeah, it's sprinkling, so I'm gonna go in the house. But I'll post now because I don't really have a lot else to show you. Have a great evening. Bye. Well, it might not be a glut, but 3 is better than 1. For sure. And here comes Johnny. Nope, here comes the honeycombs. So we're getting lots of them now, which is good. And a couple of the other tomatoes are starting to blush. This is my Mongolian dwarf, and it's very dwarf. I think the plant's supposed to be a dwarf, not the tomatoes, but that's okay. I'm trying to save seed from it. I have to hide it from Gerald. And I told him he could have the cocktail crush one. Look at that. That's tomato perfection. It's just perfect. Thanks, Jimmy. Plot 41B. Bye.